skyrocket to this temperature. It's our fault, Jerish. This is why we're here.
Well, Guillermo, you drive cars. Now, you don't eat meat.
I don't eat meat, so,
So
I'm doing my part, Jerish.
That's right. That's right.
I'm doing my part. Hey, is there going to be a,
There are no climate change trainings at this convention.
There's no climate change trainings.
No.
All right, sounds
because
good.
Republicans hate science, as you know.
As you know, we've been bringing the show live to you here from Indian Wells at the California Republican Convention. Slated to speak in a couple of hours, Energy Secretary Rick Perry.
These are when conventions are interesting because he's here. So it's just a matter of walking around until you turn the right corner.
And then you see him.
He's
right?
here.
Yeah.
He's just, we don't know where.
And then tomorrow for breakfast, former Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker.
You're knocking the man because they brought him for breakfast.
They brought him for the prayer
But they
breakfast.
got a 2-for-1 prayer breakfast on Sunday. But they brought him for a 2-for-1 deal because he's for breakfast and lunch tomorrow.
Oh, no. They charge you twice for the meals here, though, right? I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about climate change because obviously it's happening,
Yep.
apparently. And obviously you and I are experiencing it right now in 111-degree weather. I want to talk about Pete Buttigieg, and we have this up on our Facebook. Pete Buttigieg was on Stephen Colbert last night, and he said that, God might not let it go. Like, he might not let it slide.
His marriage?
No.
Or was he not?
No, we're
He wasn't referring to his marriage?
No, we're talking about climate change here. He said that God might, he might not be, he might not look past it, what we're doing.
Whoa!
He might not look past what we're doing to the climate. So could climate change, and could you and I eating and driving in a car, could that be a sin? The unpardonable sin
Yes.
that God cannot. I mean, you go to hell. Is because that's what Pete Buttigieg is. It's a sin. What we're doing is a sin.
I didn't know that there were sins that were unforgivable, though. That was kind of what made the Lord so cool. But I
Well,
guess
that's right. You could be a murderer, right? And God can, at the last second, you're in the electric chair, and you're like, hey, I see Jesus.
I'm about the last
Are you
second.
sure?
The water's
All
all
right.
over. But point being, I didn't know there was any unforgivable sin.
Well, there is an unpardonable sin.
Okay.
I forgot what that is. What's the unpardonable?
Well, did he say unpardonable or unforgivable?
He said God might not let it go. Like, hey, God's going to literally have a
God's not a teenager upset he couldn't go to a party. He's not going to let it go. What do you even mean?
That's what he said on Stephen Colbert. Listen, Pete Buttigieg has gotten awfully Christianish in the last month, pretty much preaching to us and utilizing the Bible. I've said this. He is gay. We all know that, and I believe that. I think he's got a personal. He's got an issue with the Christian
church. So here's
church.
the thing. Your thing goes all the way back. You think right now he's like trying to get revenge?
I think
on
he
all
is.
on all those anti-gay people around him growing up.
Absolutely. I think Christians have.
But how is he getting revenge? By going out there saying, how is he getting revenge?
There we go. That's the unpardonable sin. Is the repetitive denial of God.
So even then, he gives you multiple chances.
Yeah, he does.
You can deny him once.
Yeah,
I wouldn't suggest you do it.
No, that's the unpardonable sin. But no, according to Pete Buttigieg, the way we're treating the environment, God might be able to. He might not see past that. That you could have done everything you could have gone to church every Saturday or Sunday for some people. Saturday
or Friday
or Friday. Whatever. Anyhow, you could. But listen, if you don't believe in and doing something about climate change, you could be. Your ticket to heaven might be.
I gotta say, these liberals are really acting like the conservatives that they claim to hate. All this Jesus stuff.
Yeah, that will be Buttigieg.
Because, and here's the point:
they use God when they
don't even, and they don't actually believe it. That's why you shouldn't believe them at all when they go on about these tangents. And yeah, nobody. I mean, so let me just get this straight. All right, at all the beliefs that Pete Buttigieg has, and all the decisions that he's made in his life, but we need to be worried about climate change.
That's every single candidate. That's every single candidate.
No,
do we have? Listen, we're at the Republican Party convention in Indian Wells right now.
In fact, the Judeo-Christian caucus, their meeting starts in like 15 minutes.
I like it.
Yeah.
That
Would they let you in?
Yeah. Why not?
Well, you're the Jehovah's Witness or Seventh Day Jehovah's Witness.
I am Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay.
That is very true.
I just hope they'd be fair and let you in.
That's
That's why we need that Chaz Mays resolution so we don't deny anybody.
Listen, speaking about the chat, so listen, folks, at a convention, you have resolutions, right? You have.
And you want to know something else conventions are used for? A bunch of losers that stay at home and don't do anything. Then they come to the convention and they want to be Big Papa and create resolutions and get everybody talking about them. That's what I don't like about these conventions. Everyone comes, and I'm a political junkie. This is like Coachella for me. But still, some people come here and they just use it as a chance to spread their name and all their political vendettas. It's annoying. It just ruins the weekend.
Well, listen, it really should be a weekend where the Republican Party, and it is. We're training, right? We're
Tell them the slogan again.
we are training to campaign, and then followed by winning.
Yes.
It's some reiteration of that: train, campaign, win.
Because Lord knows if you train and campaign but don't win, you just wasted time and money. If you don't win, so
well, we got to try, right?
Yeah.
There's no win without trying.
Yeah.
I was going to say you can't spell win without try. I'm kind of way off. Don't worry about that.
This heat is getting to you, my brother.
It's hot out here. I don't know why we're doing the show right here outside when we have a nice air conditioned room right in front of us. But we love the people, and we want to prove that climate change is nothing.
And so, we have very nice people down below that are waving to us as they pass by.
Yeah, this is great.
I very stupidly put my coat up here, and I've now lost my Ronald Reagan Trust But Verify pin. So a little bit of depression is seeping in, but whatever.
There you go. 559-442-1680. We're here at the California Republican Party Convention as they meet, train, and figure out a way to campaign. And there is now.
During the next commercial break, by the way, I'm gonna go buy your disco tickets tonight.
I'm not going
9 o'clock.
I'm not going to a
I'm
disco.
gonna go buy your tickets. And
I'm not going to a disco.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Oh,
we're gonna go to the disco party.
No, I'm good.
Then after that, we'll hit up the whiskey social.
The whiskey social.
They'll have water for me. You can drink some whiskey, and then we'll hit up the cigars.
There you go. There you go. All right. That's it. Listen, I wanted to have this conversation with you. We have 3 minutes in this segment. Do you think the Republican Party should start pandering to minorities?
Nah. Well, what do you consider pandering to minorities?
This is what I said. Listen,
like what? Tell them to go in there. We want to cut. Everyone wants to save money. Everyone wants their taxes lowered. Everybody wants more freedom. So if that's what you mean by pandering, yeah. But no, we don't go in there like Hillary Clinton with the hot sauce.
No, we're
talking about Black Lives Matter and we need reparations as we put hot sauce on our Popeye's chicken. No, we shouldn't do that.
No, we're not. But listen, as you pointed out earlier on, there was a Latino Hispanic training,
which for a racist party was standing room only.
Yeah, so apparently we don't like Latinos, right? And we also have a black training meeting as well.
Coming up later tonight. Tomorrow's going to be an Asian Pacific Islander training as well. So yeah.
Because here's a reality, and President Trump, and whose campaign manager is going to be here, right? Tomorrow, his campaign manager is going to be
Brad Parscale.
President Trump he's going to utilize every single tool he has to win in 2020, right? As the Republican Party, I think we should be cognizant that the Latino electorate is going to be the biggest minority across the nation. We got to figure out. We're not going to change our party, but we just got to dress it up. We got to figure out a way to reach those individuals that we might not necessarily have been reaching before.
But we don't reach them by breaking our values. So and I think it's that balancing act that everyone's always talking about when you talk about issues like this.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I'm glad we finally had the discussion.
We've been having. What do you mean finally had the discussion? We've been having these discussions since Nelson Rockefeller.
All right, Jairus Jackson joining me here on our nonstop until 7 o'clock coverage of the California.
I hope we can get some candidates.
That would be
great. We did promise you candidates.
We did promise you candidates. But listen. Right now is the time when everybody starts arriving. The convention is all the way until Sunday.
We're the junkies. And we showed up on Friday morning, and that's when Friday morning's really when I thought it was exciting, but Friday's when the boring stuff happens. That's when it's the board meetings and all the stuff like that.
But the
firehouse red meat speeches, all that stuff's tomorrow.
Listen, but let's be honest. Republicans worked. We all got jobs, right? So people are just clocking out there, but they're driving on their way over here. So there's not, it's going to start popping tonight. You got the log cat
popping tonight.
Well, the log cat that you've never heard that term, start popping tonight. Like, hey, it's gonna get good.
No,
this is when all the action.
Tonight. Maybe popping bottles, but not that.
That might be at the snow. Those are too young. Might be at the log cabin meeting. For folks, listen. My first convention, I thought the log cabin was like a lumber group. Like a log cabin, like lumber.
Yeah.
But no,
I thought they were spearheading the forest thinning movement. No, the log cabin Republicans.
No, the log cabin Republican is the homosexual wing of the party.
Don't call them. They're not a wing. They're not big enough to be a wing of the party. They're a feather of the party.
Wait until you go tonight.
They're a feather of the party.
There's gonna be a lot of people there at the log cabin Republicans.
Now, I went by the booth earlier today. All right, it was some transgender monster dude and some other guy that was standing there.
We had her on the show. I knew that was going to set you off. We will come back when Jairus Jackson. We got to call them by their preferred pronoun.
No, we don't. And we didn't have him on the show.
We had her on the show.
No, we had his friend. We didn't have him.
We had her on the show.
Stop it.
All right. Anyhow,
we did not have him on the show.
You're listening to the California. You're listening to the California Republican Party convention coverage here on the New Talk Radio 1680 KGED. My screen goes dark and back at the studio. That way I can't see our time. I apologize.
Mine's frozen. Pick it up.
About 109 degrees out here at Indian Wells, where the
All right, listen, AOC, it's hot out here. All right, we are in the middle of a desert, so I mean, if it wasn't hot, if it wasn't hot, I'd become a climate alarmist. If we were in the middle of the desert, and then I'd have a problem.
Hey, let's talk about one of the speakers that's going to be here at the California Republican Party convention.
Let's not. This dude,
Kevin Faulconer. And if you don't know Kevin Faulconer, he is the mayor of San Diego. All right, he's the mayor of San Diego. He's the guy Republicans wanted to run against Gavin Newsom.
Now, there's a reason he's able to get away with this. It's because he's the highest-ranking Republican official.
The highest-ranking?
One of them.
Well, I mean, he's a mayor.
Can you mention?
So is Lee Brand back home.
Did you just compare Fresno to San Diego? What is wrong with you?
Oh, that's the heat. The heat's getting to me. But it's global warming.
The point is we see hope in him. So even when he does go down Democrat roads, we're like, but hey, he's the one who's actually winning. So maybe we should listen to him.
Yeah, that's very true. So this article coming from the San Francisco Chronicle. Kevin Faulconer is pro-choice, pro-same-sex marriage. He's a Republican, folks. He's a Republican mayor of San Diego. Climate change acknowledging.
He watched the 7 hours.
He watched the 7 hours for sure. Mexico embracing.
Visited the mayor of Tijuana within his first week in office.
Spanish speaking. I know he spoke Spanish.
Spoke Spanish multiple times on the campaign trail.
Guy's like whiter than white. Cool. That's about the only cool part. Spanish speaking mayor of San Diego who didn't vote for President Trump. Kevin Faulconer. He's the embodiment of everything the California Republican Party is not.
Can I tell you who we did vote for? Paul Ryan.
He voted for Paul Ryan.
He wrote in Paul Ryan.
He wrote in Paul Ryan.
Yeah, he wrote in Paul Ryan last year.
So this guy here,
One of the headliners for this weekend voted for Paul Ryan last election.
Oh my gosh! So he's going to be speaking. When is he going to be speaking?
Saturday speaker series. So he's tomorrow afternoon.
He's tomorrow afternoon.
Probably the war. I don't know. Here's the thing: Brad Parcells and Faulkner. I bet you the security team here at the convention is keeping them far apart because I wouldn't imagine they have too many nice things to say about each other.
Yeah. He's
known as one of the president's biggest California Republican critics. He and Gavin Newsom, they throw the punches at the president.
Oh my gosh! So this is what he says. I have Kevin Faulkner, the mayor of San Diego, who is pro-choice, pro-same-sex marriage, climate change acknowledging.
And that doesn't even get into the immigration stuff. He's anti-wall. Yeah.
Oh gosh! This is what he said. I believe strongly that California should not be a carbon copy of the national party. We are unique. For us to be successful as a party in California, we have to be the party.
What was that, Guillermo?
I can't even read this, man. This guy is. He's gonna literally change his political party preference pretty soon. You know that, right?
But we would be better off if he did.
He's probably gonna be. He's gonna be independent pretty soon.
That'd be better off.
We would be better off.
Because we have to have a conversation about if you keep winning with moderates, are you really winning? You put someone in there with an R next to their name, but they vote like a Democrat and they operate like a Democrat. Would you really win?
Anyhow, going back to Faulkner, for us to be successful as a party in California, we have to be the party that actually provides real results. Here's my thing. Hey, Kevin, let's be honest. We're on a first name basis.
Guillermo,
Kevin.
Guillermo's really about to tear into him.
He speaks Spanish, right? So, Senor Faulkner.
Oh my gosh.
Senor Faulkner, listen.
Are we at the Democrat convention now?
Listen up here. You're saying the California Republican Party needs to provide real results. Buddy, we can't.
Yeah.
We don't have a voting majority. We can't do anything.
Guillermo, I need you to bake me a cake right now. You got no flour, no milk, no eggs, no oven. But give me a cake.
Yeah, why not?
Give me a cake.
Yeah, this guy thinks that This guy thinks that the Republicans up there are just sitting down. Is that him?
Wait, was that the guy who took the pin?
No.
We're still on the search for my Ronald Reagan.
All right, there
pin.
you go. Well, I thought it was Kevin Faulkner. I was about to invite him up. Listen. He's acting like the Republican Party is not trying to be relevant in California. We are.
Well, we literally can't. We have to give them results. I mean, where we're in power, we'll try to give them results.
Yeah. Anyhow, so this is what he said.
And no one forgets the little spots that Republicans do have power. Then you got to take away like 25% of those Republicans because they're rhinos. So
Let me get back to this article from San Francisco Chronicle. This is what Kevin Faulkner said. It's not okay to let somebody stay on the street. I didn't know that there was Republicans out there saying that homeless people deserve to be in the street or let them stay in the street. Did you know that? No, there's not. There is not.
Well, I had this discussion on my show. It was the pilot program for Andrew Yang. Who said we have to get rid of poverty. I'm of the belief that you'll never get rid of poverty as long as you still have lazy
Why are we
people.
even taking that guy seriously?
The only way you get rid of poverty is with these social. Oh yeah, here's $1,000. No,
that's not going to get rid of poverty.
But if you want, in his mind, if you don't want to work, then you're going to be poor. And if you artificially get rid of it, that's how you implement socialist programs. So do we want people? Do we pass by people on the street and we're like, yeah, it's great they're on the street? Of course not. But you're going to have downtrodden people.
No, Jairus, we're realistic.
Yes,
some people on the street. They want to stay on the street. Let's just be honest.
And they deserve to be there because of their decisions.
I don't know about if they deserve to be there. I mean, some people.
What? Yeah.
Can you pretty that up? Package it up a little bit better. So we got to do as Republicans.
Package it up, pretty it up. Look at me. What do you? I don't pretty up nothing. Some people do. If you've just done drugs your whole life, and see, that's exactly the point. You do drugs. We can't have anybody on the street, even if you did drugs your whole life. So now we're going to give handouts to this person. If they don't want to better themselves, go sleep under a leaf. I don't care.
All right. Well, maybe I might have something in common with Kevin Faulkner. Maybe the only thing I have in common. Well, we speak Spanish. I probably speak better Spanish, so I'm not gonna say we got. I haven't heard the guy. Listen, I haven't heard the guy because we saw.
I don't know if you know this, but white politicians speak some of the best Spanish in America,
and
except Cory Booker,
or a black
guy speaking Spanish. That's a complete train wreck. Cory Booker. Uno deses.
Oh, that was bad. That was
hilarious.
Bad. So yeah, I want to hear his Spanish.
You know Rosetta Stone, their stop. As soon as Cory Booker did his Spanish.
Was he doing Rosetta Stone?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that can't. Never
And then
mind,
their
never
stock
mind.
just went.
All right, so this is what Kevin Faulconer said. He's going to be up tomorrow here at the California Republican Convention. Kevin Faulconer said,
And it sucks because he's speaking between two good conservatives. We got Brad Parcells, Trump's campaign manager. We got Scott Walker. We got good conservatives, and then you're going to throw this Malouk in there.
Well, hey, you got to have every flavor, I guess. This is what he said: a riverbed or a tarp is not a home. This is no way to run in a major American city.
Oh my gosh, he sounds like Bernie.
You know what?
Only thing he missed from saying was, "There's no way the richest country in the world should have homeless people on the streets."
Well,
That's all. It's a Republican Bernie Sanders talking point.
I want to ask him this. Okay, I want to ask him this. He's talking
I
about.
want to ask what party leader brought him. What party leader said this guy's going to be great?
All right, so we're talking about Kevin Faulconer here, the mayor of San Diego, who is pro-choice, pro-same-sex marriage, climate change acknowledging, Mexico embracing, Spanish-speaking mayor of San
Hanging out with
Diego.
Taiwan's mayor.
Okay, this is Kevin Faulconer here. He wants to talk about homelessness, right? And solving it.
Yeah.
We're not the party in charge. We haven't been the party in charge. Why are you putting this on our doorstep?
That is the best sign of someone who is not really on our team when they're putting knives in our back when we're not even at the kitchen table.
Yeah, it's not our, and
if you've got a problem with all the homelessness in the state, it's the party with the big D that you need to be fighting against. And they always have this weird, all these rhinos, they fight against us harder than they do the Dems.
It's so
It's
true.
unbelievable.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like,
that is a darn good
where's
point.
your scathing article calling out Newsom? Maybe he wrote one. I'll take it back. But where's this scathing article of Newsom's leadership? Where's this scathing article of Shoky Face Nancy's leadership? It's nowhere to be found. It's just attacking his own.
Yeah.
Allegedly his own. I don't want to be considered in the same group with that man.
Yeah, the San Francisco Chronicle article goes on to say, still the state party embraces him. Its keynote speakers at this weekend's convention include Brad Parscale. He's the Trump campaign chairman, right? Yeah. Of his re-election campaign. The president's energy secretary, former Governor Rick Perry.
Speaking in a matter of moments.
Faulconer demurred when asked if backing Trump was indeed a path to death for Republicans. This is what he said. The party is a big party, and people are going to make their own decisions, he said. It's important for us to create our own brand. So for him, it's you just brand it. We just got to brand the Republican Party differently.
So we become Dems?
I don't know.
What does this mean by brand us differently?
I'm getting lightheaded. It's getting hotter. It's supposed to get cooler as the night goes on, Jairus.
Not in deserts.
I don't know. You know what, mate? I get it. I'm getting a little dizzy out here with the heat. You start to believe in climate change.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, Jairus, it's hot out here.
Oh my gosh.
It is hot out here.
You want a 7-hour form, buddy, so we can talk
gosh.
about these issues?
I don't know, but I got to tell you, it is hot out here. We're in Indian Wells, the California Republican Party convention.
It's getting hot in here. But keep on all the clothes because it's a Republican convention. So keep on every piece of clothing.
All right, Jairus Jackson. This is what convention number 3 for us, covering as a station.
Yeah.
What do you look forward to? Convention time here.
To everything. To just being here, the buttons.
The buttons, yeah.
For one, and the freebies. As a fiscal conservative and a political junkie, there's nothing like free political freebies. So I love that too. You walk through the exhibit hall. Oh, you're like Santa. You're like a political black Santa. You need a little sack. All the freebies these groups are giving out to you. The college Republicans were like, "Hey, you want 3 pairs of sunglasses? Hell yeah, I want 3 pairs of sunglasses. Throw them in the bag."
You literally get 3 pairs.
Yeah, you want one?
No,
you're not a college Republican. You're not a college.
I'm also no, and I also have a thicker prescription. So if you put those on, I won't be able to see. I won't be able to see reality like half of the Democratic field.
Pretty
in
much.
2020. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Look at that. We're giving away free stuff here. Maybe we are starting to turn the tide.
No.
Free glasses, free healthcare.
Free bumper stickers. You could literally cover the entire backside of your vehicle.
Car is entirely covered.
I might start to go like on the doors, like turn.
Oh,
it
don't
around
be
to the
one.
side.
Only liberals do that. Only
What do you
liberals.
mean
Only liberals start having bumper stickers that go the entire radius of the car.
Why not?
Keep it classy, Jairus. Keep it classy. We don't need to listen. Yeah, now, Jared, you still have the Betsy Ross flag.
No, I switched it out for my new red Trump flag.
Your new red Trump flag.
So we had the blue Trump flag, but the freeway speeds 5 days a week and put some damage on it. So we took that down, put the Betsy Ross up, let her hang out there for a little bit. But it was actually the day before I left. Took that down and put up the new red, white, and blue Trump flag.
What are you gonna put up the Confederate flag?
We don't like to announce that.
Don't give you any ideas there, because you're gonna.
Well, no, I do sometimes roll with the Confederate one out, but you got to ride with me in the car one day.
No, I did. I listen. Jairus Jackson took me home.
And we almost got shot.
Oh, we did. I live in downtown Fresno, and the Trump flag waving proudly. The 5x5 flag.
3x5.
3x.
Yeah.
Maybe it was bigger.
Yeah.
3x5 Trump flag was waving. You know what I haven't seen here now that we're talking about Trump? I haven't seen a Trump flag here at the California Republican Party convention yet.
Well, you got to go to the exhibit hall.
Well, that's where maybe I'm just missing it. Maybe I'm just missing it.
Well, you haven't seen as much of the convention as you should.
No.
You haven't even got your credentials.
I'm
There's a lot of the
I'm currently undocumented at the
You are-
California Republican
Yes.
Party convention. Listen, we're out here at the California Republican Party convention, the Renaissance Hotel,
Esmeralda.
the Renaissance Esmeralda.
Yes.
The Renaissance Esmeralda. And back home, Esmeralda is a bad thing.
I know this.
So here it's a good
I
thing.
can't believe this hotel's running against Jim Costa.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you what. We're actually right here. We're in the turnabout, and we can actually see the cars arriving.
So,
I just
Guillermo,
want
you
to
know
tell
what
you this.
This is almost like this is almost like a red carpet show.
It
for
is. It
political
really.
Trump.
It really is. It's
We're like E! News. We're just
That's
trying
right.
to see who's arriving.
What is Energy Secretary Rick Perry driving up? And he is driving up right now in a Hummer.
Well, you didn't think he'd be in a Prius, did you?
I'll tell you what, though. Now that we're looking at what everyone's pulling up here at the California Republican Convention, no one is pulling up.
We got some nice whips.
We do. Hey, what did you drive over here, sir? Did you drive a Prius? Did you drive a Prius over here? No, I like you. I like
I
look at that. Look at that. See, we listen. I
And
mean,
he was one of the college
he
Republicans.
was. Well, maybe he might not even drive. He can't afford it, right? That's what he can't even afford cable TV, according to some media. That's why. Hey, look at that. We got a challenge. Look at a Porsche.
Well, we do have a car
Charger,
that actually could be
an
Rick Perry.
Look at this.
It's an Escalade, and it's two dudes that look like Men in Black characters
Look
in
at
the
this.
front
I love
seat.
it. Listen. We have all these gas guzzlers. Maybe that's why it's so hot over here.
Well,
because,
see, you do remember Andrew Yang. We're going to trade in all the cars, calling everybody's cars guzzlers.
yeah, well, all these clunkers. These
Clunkers.
clunkers are gonna have to get off the road.
Wait a minute. So even I bought my car in 2018. It's still a clunker?
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. Hey, we'll be right back here at the California Republican Party convention. Guillermo Moreno, Jairus Jackson bringing you live here, unlike any other station in the Central Valley. We'll be right back.
Wait a minute. Who is? Oh, my God. It's Brad Parscale.
There you go. Tell him, get him up here.
It is him. We should go.
He's got his own security detail. That's pretty cool.
And you wonder where that $20 a month you sent to the Trump campaign is going. Why does he need a security? Come on.
The guy, listen, the
Like,
guy's.
what's it going to be, like a Russian movie? They're going to tie him up? What are the secrets? What's your Michigan ground game? What are they going to do?
The
Come
Russians would
on.
know already. Come on, let's just be honest.
Well, the Russians are the ones really running the campaign. He's
Yeah.
just a shield.
Yeah, well, and the guy is. The guy, I mean, the guys look pretty. I mean, the guy's pretty. He could take care of himself. I mean,
Well, the president always makes jokes about him that not only is he's campaign manager, he's also the tallest campaign manager in American history.
how tall is he?
I don't know, but he's a very tall man.
Can you need my caffeine?
So it's funny that he's actually here tonight. I wonder if he's going to be
Yeah,
making
my
an
caffeine.
appearance anywhere else.
Yeah. Come on over. Oh, it's even hotter out here. Amy, how are you? Come on over.
Oh man,
We're ready for you. All
it's been cooking.
right, you want to do this one, or you want me to do it?
You can do it. Yeah, better than that.
Fine. All right.
It's nice and warm. You want me to sweat, huh?
All right.
Are you gonna be out in here later?
Yeah. I'll as soon as we come back from commercial
Holy
break.
cow.
Yeah, we've been out here for like a couple hours.
Here?
Can you turn the laptop? I need to see the station time.
This one?
All right, ready?
Oh, that's.
Perfect. All right. No, give her the headphones. That way she can hear. All right, never mind. Those are sweaty.
You don't want nothing to do with
Oh, it's
these.
sweaty?
Yeah, you do those better.
Awesome. Okay, man, it's hot. Are you sure you can see me?
Yeah. We'll see you in just a bit. All right.
Woo!
Can you give me a mic check?
Is this your idea out here?
This is his guy's right here. This
What?
guy's idea.
Well, we needed a big truck.
He wants to.
Oh my god.
We needed to prove that climate change wasn't a
They
thing.
ain't got nothing on us.
Dude. So you want that wall back there? Is that what you're trying to do?
Well,
That wall?
it's too hot. There's too much light. So
Oh, in there?
yeah. No, out here.
Yeah.
We should probably move it inside
let's
for
move
Amy. Hey, let's
inside.
move it inside for Amy.
It's so hot. I'm like dying. Whew.
Oh, hold on. Let's move the camera. Hey,
I'll be over here. It's my
hey,
big
Woody.
guy, if you don't mind.
Woody. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Hey, Woody. Back at the station, Woody.
Hello.
Woody. Jose. Anybody? Can you guys hear us? That's right. We're out here. Well, now we're inside. We are inside. Thank God. We have a guest that said, "Hey, you know what? I don't believe in climate change. So let's. You don't need to prove it. You don't need it. You don't need to tough it out there."
Exactly.
I have a very special guest with me, Amy West. I forgot.
Amy Fan West.
Amy Fan West. My bad. My bad.
PHAN.
PHAN. You're running for Congress.
Yes.
Now, remind everybody what district you're running in,
The 47th Congressional District.
and who you going to take out.
Against Alan Lozol. I'm going to take him out.
And he's so tell us a little bit about your story, because you have a pretty inspirational story. I only got to hear a portion of it, but tell us about how this came to be.
Yes, I would love to share it with my audience here. I am we escaped Vietnam. On a fishing boat when I was 4 years old. And my dad, before he escaped, he tried by himself, and he got captured by the communist regime and was in prison for 6 months and got beaten and everything you can think of in prison war with the communists. And then after that, they released him. And a year and a half later, he told my mom, he said, if we stay here in Vietnam, we will die in the hand of the communists. But if we leave, at least we go into our grave in the sea. And so before he left, he heard about a God. And because most of the religion in Vietnam is Buddhism and ancestor worshiper. So he go, God, if you're real, protect my family from Vietnam to America safe, and I'll worship you. And that was the glimpse of hope that he had. And
Praise God.
and so it's a little emotion to me. Because it's so personal.
Yeah.
You know, and he took us out with whatever food, water supply, and clothes we have on. That's all we have. We went with another family on the fishing boat, and in 3 days we ran out of water, fresh water, so we couldn't.
So wait a minute. So on a fishing boat.
On a fishing boat. My parents were fishermen.
Wow.
So, yes. So they were on a fishing boat. And then in 3 days, thank God the oil tanker took us in, give us food and water. And so they sent us over Thailand refugee camp. And I remember in Thailand refugee camp, they just give us the minimal to survive with food and water. People were fighting to get just fresh water. And not only that, we were sleeping on the dirt ground.
Wow.
You know, the condition there is very poor. So for AOC, when she said the detention camp down at the border is ridiculously, and America's horrible for treating them like that, I go, you do not know what you're talking about. You never sleep on the dirt ground at a refugee camp. I know what it was like. We have to get water to shower, and it's cold water. Here at the detention camp, down at the border, we have hot water, we have beds, we have toilet, we have shower and all the good stuff. And not only that, diapers for the illegal immigrants. And in the refugee camp, we don't have any of that.
Wow.
So for her to say America didn't do anything and are bad people, no, she's wrong. She does not know what she's talking about.
No, I would find it offensive. So how did you end up from there, coming to the United States? No.
Thank you. Sorry, I got
no,
sidetracked.
No, that's fine.
But so after a year and a half in Thailand refugee camp, my dad seek asylum in America. And then they sent us over to the Philippines for another half a year. And then they flew us over to Huntington Beach, California, and surround us our Christian community that share the gospel to us. And so that's how we became Christian.
Amy Fan West, she's running for Congress in the 41st district, right?
47.
47. I get all these numbers mixed up.
I know there's so many.
We don't have enough that are going Republican ways. So maybe I hope we'll remember that district, because when you win went on election night. You saw communism
Yes.
firsthand.
Yes.
Do you what is the reception like when you go and you're on the campaign trail, which must be pretty easy compared to what you've been
Exactly.
been through.
I mean, this is what I say. If I can survive a fishing boat, I can survive running for Congress and meeting people. As I met a lot of people in my district, I started out with the DMV registration in Westminster. So I talked to a lot of Asian refugee people who are American citizen, but they're registered Democrat. So I asked them, I go, hey, why would you be registering Democrat? It's like, oh, they take care of us people, the minority. That's what they are told. And so
That's
I
what
go,
Latinos too.
exactly.
We'll take care of you. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they actually don't. And it's a bondage. And that's what we escaped Vietnam for. That's where the Latino people escaped the oppression from. Is because they want freedom. But the government here just giving them handout, giving them reliance upon them, and that's a bondage.
Yeah.
And so therefore, I am exposing that, and I'm telling the people, hey, you know what? I'm very sad. The guy who's in our district, a congressman, and they're like, why are you sad? I go, I'm sad because he wants socialism and he wants communism. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
We escaped from that. I go, exactly. Now I'm running. I'm your refugee daughter. I'm your refugee sister. And, and I understand, and I will defend your freedom and protect this nation, this great nation, from communism and socialism. And so I go, vote for me. They go, you got it, hands down.
Oh, I love it. Amy Fan West, she's running for Congress. Well, I know you're going to get there. And
Thank
what are you
you.
going to do once you're like, what do you,
What's my strategy?
Yeah, well,
Or
no,
what
once
am I-
you
what I wanna
get
do?
there, like once you on day one, after you get sworn in, right after you go to the Republican orientation for freshmen,
Yes.
you promised me, you got to make me a promise. You're
What?
going to stop by or invite AOC out for coffee.
Oh, I would love that.
You invite her
And
out for
debate and talk.
Yeah, there you go, dialogue. Because
Oh, yes.
you know what, and we're joking about it, but
Yes.
literally, what are you going to do once you
Well,
get there?
you know what? I know what's on my heart right now is the sex trafficking condition and pedophilia. I mean, my first legislation is going to be that, to stop that and make sure, our children aren't sex trafficked throughout the world and in California. I mean, not California, but the United States.
Yeah.
So
People don't like talking about it.
I know, but
It's-
that's an issue that it's a concern. I mean, it's $1 billion, business, and it's not fair. It's not right for those least of us, which are the children. They can't defend themselves. It's our job as parents and adults to fight for them on their behalf. And another thing, what I notice around my neighborhood and walking in my district, when I walk and I see homeless people, I see a homeless vet, especially the Vietnam vet, sleeping with rats.
Yeah.
Those are the people that they fought. They were my heroes when I was a young kid. They fought for my freedom. They defended me. And it's my turn to defend and fight for them. And this is the thing. We need to make sure that those vets, not only the Vietnam vet, but vet in general, that they understand that they don't need to worry about their VA benefit. I mean, that's the least that they need to be worrying about, but yet they are, And then the other thing is, make sure that we are allowing businesses, incentivize them to hire those homeless vet, because what they want most is to be a productive member in society,
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what I can promise that I will do.
Well,
for a vet.
I'm glad you'll do it because the Democrats aren't doing it.
No.
They see it on the streets every single day, and it's heartbreaking. Amy Fan West, she's running for Congress. What are the cities in the district?
So my district is very unique. It covers part of Long Beach, LA County, and Orange County.
Okay.
So in LA County, we have Long Beach, Signal Hill, Lakewood, Catalina Island.
Yeah.
And then also Orange County, Cypress, Los Alamitos, Stanton, Westminster, Garden Grove, Midway City. And if I'm missing one more, it's 11 cities.
You're awesome. Listen,
yes.
let me tell everybody, when I've asked candidates how many cities are in their district, most of them tell me, like, hey, don't ask me that question ahead of time. Because, like, you named it all.
Because I mean, I
you got to know.
Yeah, you got to know. You got to walk. You got to walk. And not only that, Republican. Okay, this is the thing before. If you are a registered Democrat, I want to talk to you. Okay? If you are not pleased with what's going on in California and in our nation, you need to re-register Republican. So in that way, you can vote for a candidate like me, who will fight for your freedom as I fight for my freedom and my family's freedom, and my future, my children's future, and your future. So
Amen.
re-register Republican. And not only that, but we're conservative. We value life. We value your life from the womb to the tomb. All life matters. And your life matters. So vote conservative Republican in 2020. But you have to register before March 3rd, 2020.
I don't even know. March
you
March
can-
3rd?
So
I don't
yeah,
even know.
so you
I
can
feel
vote.
bad. This is good.
So
This
you
is
can
what
vote, okay? And then November 3rd is the,
Yeah.
presidential election. But March 3rd, before that, re-register Republican.
Really quickly, because we got 2 minutes left here.
Okay.
Orange County, right? That's
Yes.
one of the. It's starting to. Well, it's blue.
purple.
Is it all right?
Westminster,
Good.
yeah.
All right.
It's almost blue.
Give me some hope here. Give me
Okay.
some hope. What's going to be your strategy? I know you can't give out your campaign
Yes,
secrets,
I can't, but I can say something. Okay, this is the thing. In 2018, the Democratic Party target all the congressional seats in Orange County. They took, I think, about 5 to 7 seats, right, in California. So this time around 2020, the Democratic Party wanted to not only secure the congressional seats, but they want to take over local politics, local position, which is the city council and school boards.
Yeah.
So make sure you know who you're voting for, because those are bipartisan. You don't know their party line. So know who you're voting for. Make sure you vote conservative candidate actually who will represent your family and your children and the schools. School is chaotic right now. They're taking away your parental rights. Not only that, they're sexualizing your children from young as kindergarten to 12th grade. I mean, for anyone that are teaching sex ed, LGBT sex, anal masturbation, oral sex, all those things.
We've seen the
Yes. Then
it's
if you're
pretty bad.
teaching kindergartner, that's called brainwashing them.
Yeah.
You don't need to teach them those things. They don't even know about it. So that's the problem. If you are a parent and grandparents, if you hear my voice and you are registered Democrats, you need re-register Republican so you can have candidate like me who's fighting for your parental rights and your children's right.
Hey, man, Amy Fan West. We need to clone her. We really do. We need a candidate like her in every single congressional district. Really quick, in the couple seconds we have, throw out your campaign website, Twitter,
Yes.
social media.
Yes. Okay, so you can find me on my web at amyfanwestforcongress.com. So fan is PHAN, like Nancy. And then my Facebook, you can follow me on there at amyfanwestforcongress, Congress. Yeah, for Congress. And then for Twitter, Amy Fan West, and Instagram as well, Amy Fan West.
There you go. We'll be right
And
back.
please donate.
That's the money. Listen, I'll stop it for that. You got to give money because you can't win without donations.
Yes,
That's right.
Please donate.
Keep it right here as we're bringing you the Republican California Convention live on the New Talk Radio 1680 KGED.
Thank you.
50 seconds.
What a treat that was. Amy Fan West. She's running for Congress, and you definitely got to go to her website. We'll get Jairus. We'll get Jairus in here. He's out there. He apparently you need to get back. You're like a lizard, right? You wanted to get back out in the heat, and feel that climate change. Amy Fan West for Congress.com, and Fan is PHAN. Amy Fan West for Congress.com. You got to go there. You got to donate. And she was telling us during the break that she's blocked from Facebook. She's blocked.
Also a Nazi.
She was also not. Yeah, that's exactly what her opponents are saying. They even went after.
Boy, Nazis are real dark nowadays. I got to tell you, it's not how I remember the Nazis, but whatever.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Amy Fan West for Congress.com is where you got to go, and she's been blocked from kind of like what they do with Elizabeth Heng in our district. Remember that? They're making too much sense. They're starting to get steamrolled. And I remember Elizabeth Heng was telling us that when they blocked her, she was she did not she wasn't able to recover. I mean, those are days that are lost. So you definitely want to go to Amy Fan West for Congress.com, click on the donate button, and help her out. Because listen, the reality is you gotta have money. You gotta have money, and if you don't have money, then you can't. It's a necessary evil, right, Jairus?
I don't know if I'd call it an evil, but all right.
Well, I guess you're right. Thank you so much. So everybody, go to Amy Fan West for Congress.com. She's got an uphill battle, and let me tell you, I wish you could clone her. Are we the party of cloning? Can we do that?
No, that kind of erodes at our pro-life.
That does. All right, fine. All right, fine. But she's a great candidate, and you definitely got to go and donate to her and her story. I mean, can you imagine a fishing boat for a couple days and then getting rescued?
It's scary stuff, man.
Listen, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Maybe some of these socialists need to, I don't know.
Put them on fishing boats.
I don't know. I didn't say it. All right, I'm not alluding to it, but anyhow. But listen, man, this is why I love coming to convention, because you get to meet a lot of candidates. Stop laughing. This is why I love coming to convention, because you get to meet a lot of candidates who have a story. That's I love the candidate part, and the rest of it is kind of like, I'm laughing because you've kind of been a grumpy grouch leading up to coming to this convention, and now you're talking about why you love coming here. It's not intellectually honest, but go ahead, continue. It's a 6-hour drive. It's a 6-hour. Oh, but you don't like road trips? I don't. And you did it in the nice company van. I did do it in the company. I had my own office on the way up here. I did. I was contributing. You had an office on wheels. What is there not to love? I was contributing to climate change. I actually put it in a higher gear just so we could pollute more on the way up here. So that's what we got to do on the way back. We're gonna drive in the company van, and I'm gonna get double cheeseburgers. I was okay. Fine. We're gonna do everything we can to piss off the left. There you go. Absolutely. But no, I don't like the drive. Conventions are just not my. I've done so many of them. But how many have you been to? Gosh, what, like maybe 9, 10 now? I'm like a pro. I'm one of those guys. I'm like. No one's agreeing with the fact that you've been. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anybody. I'm telling you a story. What's your wife and your mother? I feel like they're trustworthy people. I don't think they will rely on you. Now you have been. You have been to the national convention. I have. Now that one's special. Maybe that's what it is. You've been to the upper echelon of conventions, so you come to something little like this, and you're like, why am I wasting my time? No. Maybe that's what it is. But back to what I was saying was, I do appreciate it when we get to talk one-on-one with the candidates, because she was great, by the way. Oh, we can be honest. We have a lot of candidates who are trash. We're not going to say names, but they come on and we're just like, you ain't winning nothing. She's got a chance. No, listen. I absolutely agree with what you just said, and not that I
And
can't.
don't worry, if you're listening, you're not that candidate. Don't worry.
No, listen, listen. I love all our
But
candidates.
she was great. I really do.
No,
like her.
she's got a story.
I
Man.
might even pull out the credit card for her.
I think you should.
I
think you should too. Listening and watching AmyFanForCongress.com, her story. It's an emotional story. I mean, you could see it in her eye.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, listen, socialism, communism is not the way.
And those were real tears, not Obama tears.
No, they weren't. And I just wish that all the young people would realize that, hey, listen, this isn't the way to go, and we need to put her in front of as many.
And it's 40. What is it again? The district?
It's the 47th, right?
47th.
Yeah,
All right,
47th.
But we got to be more like the Democrats. They don't care. There's Democrats right now in New York City trying to flip California seats. Well, the few that are still left to flip. You got to donate all across the country.
You got to donate all across the country, but I'll tell you
Just
what.
like the Dems. Jammy Jans. All his money came from other places.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You got to. The Democrats, they're good at that. We don't do that. We just give to our congressmen, and if we live in a conservative state, we give to our senator. Nah, you got to give to that little tiny house race out in California where you can't even pronounce the city. You got to give to those. The Dems do
listen,
it, and that's success.
That is true. But listen, the Dems got all that. Dirty money going around everywhere. So they always outraise. Anyhow, but
the
listen,
RNC's been killing the DNC.
well, with
tripling
good
and
reason.
doubling them every
But let's get before we had Amy Fan on, we saw the Trump campaign. He's a campaign manager
we
for.
were joking. We figured out what that $20, that reoccurring donation to the Trump campaign. His campaign manager has security. Like they rolled. I thought it was Pence for a second, but he's rolling in style, Brad Parscales. Which I wonder if he's going to be at anything tonight because he was not supposed to be here until tomorrow afternoon.
Well, hey, maybe he's putting in the OT and trying to convince Kevin Faulkner, and maybe having a heart-to-heart, saying, "Hey, listen, buddy."
Can we just extend Brad Parscales? He can do his speech, and when Faulkner would speak, Brad just does a Q&A. I'm in favor of that. And just tell Kevin to pack it up and go home. San Diego can't be that far.
Let me ask you this: President Trump has a way. Do you think Brad calls up the president and say, "Mr. President, oh my gosh, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this mayor over here who's pro-choice,
Who didn't endorse you?
who wrote in Rand Paul? Like, can you send the tweet?
Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan. Sorry, my bad. Paul. Wait. Paul Ryan or Rand Paul?
No, it was Paul Ryan.
He wrote in Paul Ryan.
Yeah.
Well,
2012's vice president nominee.
Anyhow, so Kevin Faulkner, I don't even know where I was going with
Yeah,
that.
if he's a moderate, why would he write in Rand Paul?
Yeah, I don't know. It's the heat. The heat's getting to me, Jersey. Thank God we are now inside we're inside now, which is a good thing. We're not outside in 107-degree weather out here at Indian Wells at the California Republican Party Convention, 559-442-1680. If you want to get on, Jarris Jackson, we got another hour.
How much longer we got?
An hour.
Well, let's hope we don't pass out.
We won't.
We've already had 3 fatalities. These old people going down these heavy jackets.
We'll be right back.
But no, seriously, that was great.